video is designed to help you set up your problems in Lesson 29, Session 4 in order to solve them a little bit easier. We're going to go over this example to start. The softball coach has a box filled with softballs. The weight of the empty box is 3 pounds. When it is filled with softballs, the box weighs 12 pounds. Each softball has a weight of 6 ounces. How many softballs are in the box? And remember, 1 pound is 16 ounces. So what this example has shown you is that if they put the total amount of the weight of the box as 12 pounds, and then we know that 3 pounds is the weight of an empty box. So the rest of the weight is going to be the weight of the softballs. And each softballs themselves weigh 6 ounces. So there's a couple ways you could solve this. You could go ahead and convert everything to ounces because we know that that is what we're going to be using in the end for softballs. Or you can go ahead, since these two are both, these units of measure are both in pounds, you can just subtract out the 3 pounds from the 12 pounds to get 9 pounds. And this is what this equation right here shows you. So the softball, the number of softballs equals the 12 pounds minus the 3 pounds to give us 9 pounds. So now we can take the 9 pounds and convert it into ounces. And the formula we use is the number of pounds times 16 will get us the number of ounces, which is 144 ounces. And then an equation has been set up. So the amount of weight of the softballs is 6 ounces times some number or amount of softballs. And while this is a multiplication problem, we know that we can actually solve this by dividing the number of the ounces of softballs, which is 6 ounces, into the total number of ounces to get our answer. So overall there are 24 softballs in this box. Now, I think it is always important to check your answers in math. Sometimes our simple addition might be wrong, we just never know. So we're gonna go ahead and go backwards. So I know that I have 24 softballs and each softball weighs, so I have 24 softballs was my answer, and each one of them weighs 6 ounces. So I'm gonna multiply the 6 times 4 and get 24. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 2 is 14. So now I'm at 144 ounces here. And then I can add my 3 pounds in ounces, which is 3 times 16, because 16 ounces is in each pound. But I don't like to set my multiplication up like this. I like the larger number on top. It's just easier for me. So 3 times 6 is 18, carry my 1, 3, and 4. So now I am at 144 ounces of the baseballs, and softballs rather, and 48 ounces for the weight of the box. So 144 plus the 48 will give me 192 ounces total. Now I have to figure out how to multiply the 12 pounds and convert it to ounces. So I have my 12 pounds times my 16 ounces, and let's see what we get here. 2, 6, 7, 2, and 1. And when I add these all up, I get 192. So if these two values match, then I know that the work I've done on this problem is correct. So now let's go to number 2, and I'm going to show you how to set up number 2 for solving. Tyson's baby brother weighs 7 pounds, 3 ounces when he was born. The baby lost 9 ounces after a few days, then gained 1 pound, 6 ounces by the end of the second week. How many ounces did the baby weigh at the end of the second week? And remember that 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So we have a starting weight, and then we have a loss, which is going to be a subtraction of weight, and then we have a gain, which we're going to be adding weight to. So the first thing that I would do is I would go ahead and make conversions, and I would convert, actually there's 2 ways you could do this problem. If you know that we're going to eventually add this number, you can go ahead and add the 1 pound 6 ounces to the 7 pound 3 ounces and then subtract out the 9 ounces. Or you can convert everything to ounces. So convert this to ounces, subtract out this one, and then re-add this one. And remember, the answer it wants in ounces, but I think I feel it would be easier to go ahead and add these two and then subtract this one out. So I start with 7 pounds, 3 ounces, and I know we're eventually gonna add the 1 pound, 6 ounces, and that will give us 8 pounds, 9 ounces. And the baby loses 9 pounds. So, I'm sorry, 9 ounces. So I'm gonna subtract out the 9 ounces, and this leaves me with an even 8 pounds. So, but the answer wants this number, 8 pounds, in ounces. So all you have to do is simply convert the 8 pounds into ounces, and that is your answer. So looking at now number 3, Melinda makes 5 pounds of trail mix. She puts 4 ounces in each bag. She has 20 ounces left over. How many bags of trail mix does Melinda make? Show your work. Bags, okay. So overall, we have 5 pounds, and a part of that, we're gonna have a leftover amount of 20 ounces. This part is left over. And then I know that I'm gonna fill up, this represents some number of 4-ounce bags. So essentially what I have to do, I have to convert the 5 pounds into ounces first. And then I'm going to subtract out the amount left over. And the amount that I have in that equation, I have to then divide by 4. And that will give me the number of bags that I have out of this amount of ounces. And you can always recheck that by multiplying the 4 ounces by the number of bags you come up with, adding the 20 ounces, and seeing whether or not that equals your 5 pounds. Number 4, a large truck that moves cars can carry a maximum load of 15,020 pounds. The table shows the weight of each kind of car that could be loaded on the truck. And let's remember that 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. So the kind of car, a compact car is 1.5 tons. So I'm gonna go ahead, because I have pounds right here, I'm gonna go ahead and convert this to make sure I understand how many pounds that is. So if 1 ton is 2,000 pounds, I know that this 1 stands for 2,000, and then half of 2,000 would be 1,000. So the worth, or the weight rather, of a compact car is gonna be 3,000 pounds. Now a mid-sized car, we have 2 of the 2,000 pounds, so that's gonna be 4,000. And then I have a quarter of 2,000. Well, I know that a quarter of 2,000 is 500, because 500 plus 500 plus 500 plus 500 is 2,000. So the weight then of a mid-sized car is gonna be 4,500. And a full-size car is 3 tons, so that would be 6,000 pounds. You multiply the 3 times the value in pounds. So the chart here says, tell whether the truck is able to carry each load of cars. So remember, the truck can only carry this many pounds. So can it carry 2 of the full-size cars and 1 compact car? Remember, this is the weight we're looking at. So you're gonna have to add 2 of these and 1 of these values to see if it is less than this value here. And if it is, you'll mark yes, and if it's not, you'll mark no down below. And our final question, number 5, a paper clip has a mass of 1 gram. 1 paper clip is 1 gram. A box of paper clips has 100 paper clips. Which equation can be used to find the number of boxes of paper clips that have a mass of 1 kilogram? And remember that 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. So my suggestion for you is to try to set up an equation and check your answer to see if that makes sense. So again, we want to know then how many boxes, and remember that a box has 100 paper clips, so that would be a certain value in grams. One box is how many grams? Is how many grams. You're going to have to multiply there. And so how many boxes of paper clips have the mass of 1 kilogram, which is going to be 1,000 grams.